for some of us have never seen Lion King, but like they hold up Simba and like all the creatures are like bow down. And like I think in my mind, like, can you imagine the day we get to heaven and like all creation sings? Like that is going to be an amazing time. And even those people right now that are like, Jared, I don't sing. Well, I don't sing either. But like, can you imagine like in that moment of time, like you're just going to be like, bam, here I am. Like, let's worship the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So that song gets me. And I'm like, yes, like all creation sings out, and then you hit the humans who God made special, and we're like, I guess. So here's the thing: is we're going to be talking about praise be to God. Praise be to God. I think so many times as we say that, but then oftentimes with the season that we have is Christmas, right? Like we have Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has happened, and hopefully you guys had great family times. Oh, children's church can be dismissed. Junior church, sorry. I know. I thought Mater was just really interested in the message. He was all up on the chair, and I was like, okay, kid, me and you. But we had Thanksgiving, so hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving with family and with friends. I know I did. It was a great time. But it always seems like after Thanksgiving, everything speeds up a little bit. And Black Friday, I don't know if anyone went Black Friday shopping, but like I went for a bit. But it always seems like, I always laugh because we're thankful the one day and then everyone's fighting over like the Cabbage Patch doll the next day. And I was talking to my daughter Hannah who went Black Friday shopping, and she's like, Dad, I see my first fist fight today. And I'm like, great. I hope they got that pot that they wanted. So it just always amazes me. And so praise be to God. So here's the thing, is I want to know, how many of you feel like high school wasn't that long ago? And if you're under 25, just put your hands down. I don't even want to hear you guys. Yeah, I feel like high school wasn't that long ago. Like I remember walking in my freshman year all nervous, and then as you hit your senior year, like you're the stud, you're the man on campus. Like, yeah, I run this school because I'm a senior. But as life quickly goes, and now some of us have kids who are in high school or out of high school, or they're just starting to grow up, and you understand that life moves quickly. Life moves quickly. And so today I want to take a look at two things: is how God has praised us as a nation and how we started out, and the second is how we can praise God through our everyday life. Now, Los Dio is praise be to God. It's a Latin term, and it's actually on the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. It's way up high, up on one of the corners, and it's interesting if you take a look at this monument, there is 898 steps, and there's 50 landings as you climb. And at each landing, there's memorial stones with messages on them. On the 12th landing is a prayer offered by the city of Baltimore. On the 20th, there's a memorial presented by some of the Chinese Christians. On the 24th, there's a presentation by a Sunday school children from New York and Philadelphia quoting Proverbs 10:7, Luke 18:16, and Proverbs 22:6. Praise be to God. And it's interesting how our country has changed over the years. And it's interesting to me as we talk, and one thing you'll never hear me really talk about is politics from the pulpit. But it's interesting how if you listen to the news and you watch the news and you're updated on anything, all you ever see right now, especially in America, is divide. Divide, divide, divide. Love is nowhere in the air. It's only I'm right or you're wrong, and it's always division. And so I find this interesting as we look at praise be to God, and go ahead and start out and give you a head start to Romans 11. Romans 11. And here's the thing I want to give insight on is because we have a tendency, especially as Christians, to think that everybody else is to blame. That you know what, Jared? America would be perfect if we didn't have blank. And you can fill in your own blank of what you think, like America would be great if we didn't have blank. And this blank can be, a certain group of people, an ideology. So here's the thing, Romans 11, and we're going to be in verse 29. And you can, if you want to in your own time, back up, and this is called the mystery of Israel's salvation. But we're going to be in verse 29. So Romans 11:29. starts like this. For the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. For just as you were at one time disobedient to God, but now have received mercy because of their disobedience,